On this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
This is normal for the farm. This is normal for the farm.
Attacking mushrooms is normal.
After making a stop at the Williams farm,
you were headed back into Alkenstar, and y'all decided to go visit the farm, take a breather. Reluctantly. Honestly, it's been good for you. I feel like it's almost been therapeutic, aside from Meemaw.
Meemaw's part of the therapy.
You met Chester's mom. After lunch, she perked up and asked for your help with one of these experiments she had with a concoction she'd cooked up from things she found in the mana waste to help her grow mushrooms better.
Micah's angels help Annie Williams deal with a malicious mushroom.
And it started to grow uncontrollably into this horrifying, almost tree trunk shaped tentacled beast with mushrooms growing out the top and a bunch of viney arms.
It looks like a penis.
But with that being said,
Initiative?
I think it's about time to roll for initiative.
Before heading back to Alkenstar City,
Phoebe looks at you like, wow, that's a lot that y'all guys been through there. I swear, every time y'all come back in this goddamn bar, y'all tell me a more confusing story than the last one. How's this happened?
Well, you see, Yogg-Sothoth.
Eldritch horrors beyond the stars.
We're on our way to Alkenstar.
Yo, Mima's so old, her driver's license got hieroglyphics on it.
Now.
So how y'all like Annie Williams' farm?
It's just as I imagined it.
Yeah.
Really?
Eleanor loves it.
Could do without Meemaw, but
Well, Meemaw's just a part of the farm.
Yes, it sure is.
Are you offended or is Chester offended?
Why not both?
I
thought you were
Oh
going
my
to answer
God.
yes.
I was working with Jacob to make this farm kind of come to life. Obviously, I didn't spring it on him without any prior consent. My only thing I came with him at was like, Jacob, I need you to justify and help me figure out Meemaw Williams. Because that's the one character I know that has to be here that you guys haven't met before is Meemaw Williams. Mm-hmm. And I need someone, because Chester's mom's going to love Jacob. Or not Jacob, Chester.
Chester's mom would love Jacob.
She loves me.
But we need someone to pick on Chester.
Yeah.
He can't be that happy the whole time.
Nah. There's got to be strife on the farm somehow.
Yeah, and that's Meemaw Williams' job.
Oh.
But y'all like it? I feel like Jacob, I'll peel back the screen here because I wanted you guys to be able to have this detour. We've talked about the farm so much. You got to go see it. But I was like, hey, can you help me give a good way to get there? Because
Derek, we get here to record. He's just like, hey, we need a way to get to your farm. And I'm like, I'm not the DM here. What are you talking about?
I mean, what am I going to do? Be like, fair, that's a good farm over there, Chester. Why don't we just go sit down there for reasons? But I feel like if Chester wanted to go to the farm,
He just go to the farm. My goal was to never go to the farm.
see, my idea with this detour as the GM was Jacob thought we were going to have to go do something at the farm.
Yeah.
And I purely wanted this as a tension oasis for your characters.
This fungus is going to kill somebody. It's going to be all your fault.
That would honestly be pretty cool.
I don't know
Goodbye,
if it'd be
poor
pretty cool. The farm can't handle more ghosts.
I think you'll be fine. I honestly think you'll be totally fine.
Good.
But you could if one of you dies there, you could be a ghost with Meemaw on the porch. If Chester dies at this farm and is a ghost with
He's
Meemaw,
going to be trapped with Meemaw forever.
be worse than going to hell.
He'll pass on. I ain't got
He'll take Psycheer's card.
I ain't got a lick of unfinished business as long as she's here.
I had no reason to be stuck to this farm.
Maybe if she weren't here, but she is.
I thought we could take this opportunity, though. And, my whole point of the farm was to let you have access to some uncommon alchemical items, and honestly, to just kind of, I won't want to say comedic relief, but it's like, I hate to call it this, but you know how in anime sometimes they go to the hot
is
springs
this our beach?
or the beach
Is this our beach episode?
just for fun.
Oh, great.
It's away from the plot.
Yeah.
But it's just for fun.
You need a break between the
It's a filler
intense
episode.
big stuff.
Yeah.
Well, then you can't have things go bad while we're here.
But you guys love combat.
I mean, that's not how I
do love combat.
Our beach episode. So
Okay, just one little thing went bad. Just one little thing. Just one little thing can go bad here.
I don't think things have really gone wrong. It's just more like,
This is normal for the farm.
it didn't go right.
This is normal for the
Mutant
farm.
attacking mushrooms is normal.
Listen, her whole job in the Mana Waste, or the ranch exists so that she can do experiments on plants growing in the Mana Waste, so that she can find a way to get them to grow better.
Yeah.
That is literally the whole existence of Annie Williams in the Mana Waste. That's
Yeah.
why she goes out into the Mana Waste looking for unique alchemical ingredients. So this is shockingly normal on the farm.
Oh, okay.
Lore accurate.
Lore accurate.
I thought why don't we take, because we workshopped, and by workshopped I mean shit posted a lot of ideas when we were thinking about doing this.
Yeah.
Jacob was very convinced I was going to have the farm being burning and you were going to have to swoop in and save the day.
This was before you just asked me to find a reason to go to the farm. I
Yeah.
thought that was going to be the reason to go to the farm.
I see.
There's that something bad, not necessarily tragic, not necessarily everybody's going to die, but something bad was going to happen at the farm and Chester was going to have to rush there.
So then the way I'll rule that what happened with your dreams is you just ate something bad.
Yeah, sounds like it.
You got bad dreams and you
Bad
want to go
rat.
see your mom.
My tummy hurt and I needed my mommy.
That is correct. Tummy hurted. Ow.
Tummy hurty. Need mom 30.
Mom, my friends are dead and my tummy hurts.
Mommy. But why don't we go through some of the
Oh my
things we
God.
talked about, if you want to reveal them, unless you want to save some of them for
Jeez.
Character
What
stuff.
did we talk about?
we
Hold
talked
on.
about your dad origin story.
Oh, yeah. So, like, all that, yeah, there's no reason why it will ever come up. So, yeah, we could talk about that.
And we also talked about Meemaw's origin story.
Yeah.
Which I think is very funny. So why don't we talk about like what's up with Chester's dad and being a vampire and like
Chester's dad is originally from Nex, the wizard place, and farming out there is very rough. There's very few places the farming will work because of the last attack in the Great War between Geb and Nex ruined like the ground. It's like they salted the earth with acid. So everything's ruined. Chester's dad worked on one of those farms and eventually wanted to leave to make it big in a nearby city or small settlement or a settlement in Nex. So he left, and the way I have determined it, which could change if the DM decided to do something with it later on, but this is my base background before it is before being changed, is that while his dad was there, he got caught up in a Geb plot to take over this small village or tiny city. With vampires. He became a spawn. Adventurers showed up, do what they do, killed the one who spawned him and therefore gave him his free will, and he skedaddled. Because Nex don't like undead for just some reason. He ran off, made it to the area around Alkenstar.
RUNNOFT.
Yeah, he done RUNNOFT, run off. Made it to the farmlands of Alkenstar and happened to see that one of the houses was about to get raided by bandits, and that was Annie Williams' house, the farm. And so she was fighting him off, and he ran up and helped fight him off, and she was just like, you look rough and like you need a place to stay and you help me, so why don't you just stay on the farm? We got people like this that come around all the time. You can feed on them and you keep us safe, we keep you safe. And eventually they fell in love. They had each other. And then,
I like the way that you kill people.
And
You
then-
want to stay for dinner?
and then one day there was a knock on the door. They opened the door and there's Meemaw, not Williams, the last name for Chester's dad, which doesn't
We
matter
haven't picked it
because
yet.
everybody on the farm is Williams.
Yeah.
She saw her son, a vampire, his wife, and their child, a vampire, and promptly had a heart attack. And ever
died on the
since
spot.
has haunted the front porch of the farm. that's the basis of it.
That's what we came up with when we were ironing out the details, and I could not love it anymore. The porch ghost on the rocking chair is basically my favorite thing. And you were asking me if the chair could be like
A magical chair.
and I was like, dude, part of the rules of being a ghost, if you interact with an object
That's
for a
right.
certain amount of time, it'll
That's right.
become part of you or whatever.
It was great because Derek wanted Meemaw to exist. And before that, I had just determined that everybody on the farm, except for his mom and dad, his dad's no longer on the farm, everybody on the farm was a found family because Annie brings in people to help him. But Derek was like, no, Mima Williams needs to be family, blood. I was like, all right. And he's like, I want him to be undead too. And we workshopped ideas. She couldn't be a vampire because that would give us an easy way to know if Chester's dad was alive. Because if he turned her and suddenly she didn't have the, vampire spawn stuff going on, well, then he's dead. So it couldn't be vampire. Skeleton and zombies are yucky.
What if she got turned by a different one?
But that's just such a coincidence.
Yeah, I know, coincidentally.
Yeah. So the Ghost was not only was it funny, it worked the best.
Yeah, I was leaning zombie at first, but there's actually rules about being a zombie, and you crave the taste of living flesh.
Which is problem. Well, I mean, you could have worked with it on the farm, but ghouls would be worse.
Yeah, I think that's you crave the taste of living flesh, but even more.
Yeah, zombie would be problematic.
But Jacob, I think, came up with Ghost, and Ghost is the best.
Ghost works out the best. That way, you can't get rid of her.
And
it suits your wacky farm feel.
Yeah, it does.
And the thing about ghosts is they have something that binds them to an area. And we were talking about it. And the thing that binds her is because she went looking for her son who went missing forever ago. And when she found him, he had all these major life events that she didn't get to see.
Yeah.
And so she never got to see any major moment of her family ever, basically. And so she's tied to that house.
Yeah, her what ties her to living is seeing her family live. So she'll pass on when they pass on is basically what we rolled.
Wait.
Or if there was if Chester had a couple major events, maybe she would pass on.
Yeah, there you go.
Why does she hate on Chester?
That's
if
just
they're literally the reason that she stays.
That's how she shows her love.
Okay, so she's just one of those mean, loving people.
Old woman. Yeah,
she's ancient looking. She's in her. If she's a human, would have been in her late 90s.
Yeah, so she's just angry old person, but that's how she shows her love.
She was the type of old where if somebody left the soup in the microwave too long and it popped once, she would have also had a heart attack.
It wouldn't have took much.
Yeah, and she's also the kind of old where she just says whatever she feels like saying.
Yeah.
Not enough time to hem and haw.
No, she's done, mincing words. She'll just say whatever she wants to.
Yep.
And she really likes ripping up Chester.
Yep. Somebody's got to be tough, and his mama loves him too much.
Yeah. I love the farm. I'm glad we got some time to go visit it here, honestly. I feel like I led Jacob on with it being bigger, tied to the Muglin thing, but no, this is our beach episode.
This is our nice, fun episode.
Yeah, nice, fun episode. It was feel good.
This
and
is
even
a safe place.
You're gonna have a fight with this thing, high level mom alchemist is around, so you're probably fine. She does this all the time.
Yeah.
Yo, Mima's so old, her driver's license got hieroglyphics on it.
I did look it up. Have a license.
I did look it up, and I did briefly consider Mummy for the Mima.
Oh my god, that would have been so funny.
I liked Ghost better.
Ghost is very fun.
That's my mummy.
It's my mummy.
I like Ghost because she can actually haunt your dreams and float through the walls.
That's great. You can't lock her out.
No.
That's so much better as a ghost.
Mima, we've been over this. Get out of my room.
And she has absolutely no problem, really, with Annie Williams. It's just, it's just Chester and maybe some farmhands.
Someone's got to toughen Chester up,
And maybe some of the farmhands, too. Yeah. But, and then,
like Wit.
Yeah.
She might not like Wit.
And then all Chester's friends she's really nice to, but Chester himself does not show kindness.
You gotta keep this sour son of a bitch alive. That is a heavy burden you wear.
She probably torments Wit, really. Wit's probably afraid to go to the main house.
Wit lives in a barn.
Just sticks to one of the barn houses.
You're still not wearing sunscreen, are you? I can tell because you look like a rutabaga.
I don't need sunscreen, me mom. I'm not a vampire. You shut up, you old woman.
I love you, Chester.
I love you too, me mom.
I love to begrudgingly love you.
Please pass on.
I can't wait till you're not here anymore.
Is Chester going to become religious just so he could pray for Mima to pass?
He has threatened to get exorcisms before.
It's funny. One of the archetypes Sakir was thinking about taking when you just level up was an exorcist archetype. That would have been
I like to
awkward.
imagine at some point in the past when Chester was like a preteen, followers of Pharasma came by and they quickly had to shuffle Mima inside with her ghost rocking chair because that would be frowned on. It's like, don't worry, ain't nothing suspicious here. Why you shoved me inside? It can't make me pass out. That's just my Mima. She's fine.
I feel like there would be a difference between a forcefully reanimated soul and somebody who has unfinished business, because
Probably.
that's kind of Pharasma-y, TBH.
It's actually funny you bring that up because in 2E at least, there seems to be kind of a difference between undead. I think they might be part of the same thing here. Yeah, okay, so ghosts do have the undead trait.
Oh, yeah.
But they also have like the ghost is a trait, incorporeal, of course, and then spirit. And like spirit and undead seem to be related but different.
Oh, that's
It's
interesting.
like there's archetypes around hunting undead and ones around exorcist, which is like spirit specifically.
That's interesting. Huh.
Which is interesting. I kind of like the way things like this are organized with the traits in 2E. Spirits are ephemeral creatures defined by their spiritual self, often lacking a physical form. But yeah, I'm super stoked with the farm. I kind of wish we could do more with it, integrated with the plot, but I feel like it is best used as the beach episode.
Yeah, I
for
hear
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Especially because this is like right, if we were gauging like adventure path stuff, this is like right in the middle of the adventure path.
Yeah.
Nice little break. But without any further ado, why don't we go back to the farm, back to old Annie Williams' farm.
And let's roll initiative.
Well, before we roll initiative, we're going like way before, centuries before Starstone was raised. The Wizard Kings Nex and Gab warred with one another, scarring the land between them into
I wish he would pass on.
Why won't you die?
a devastated, unstable magic wizard.
Where Chester's dad came from.
From the glowing ashes of the mana wastes arose Alkenstar, the city of smog, a metropolis of airships, skyscrapers, factories, and clockwork wonders. To the
And
world,
ranches.
Alkenstar is the pinnacle of innovation and determination in the face of insurmountable odds. On its streets, life in Alkenstar is a non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition. And it is here that a desperate group, hungry for revenge, living on the edge of the law, hunts for the ones who cast them out. They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar.
If Chester dies, I'm just going to tack on the ghost dedication and move on from there.
Oh my god.
You
Just
let out,
keep-
Dad? I ain't gone yet.
You just keep playing as Ghost Chester till you kill Muglin.
That's your unfinished business.
Chester, it is much more important now that you stay at least 35 feet away from me.
Why is that?
There is not a body anymore, Chester.
It'd actually be really hard for you to continue the adventure as a ghost.
I know.
But that is funny.
Yeah, but nothing could hurt you without magic.
I just cannot express how funny it would be if one of us died in this combat.
Stop
Horribly
foreshadowing.
sad. Yes, but it would be hilarious.
Stop
Where's
foreshadowing,
the
you
wood?
monster.
There we go. Oh. There
How's
we
the
are.
wood?
Yeah. Got
Knocking
to
on
knock
wood.
on it. Yeah. Okay.
Bing bong
I'd be
there.
throwing salt over my shoulder. All right. I will hang up a horseshoe the proper way.
Pick up a penny on heads.
Well, when we last left our brave band of outlaws, you had returned at long last from the cradle of courts after finding Kosawana and learning about how Mugland has basically access to a reverse engineered pyronite. And you were headed back into Alkenstar. But Chester had some weird dreams because he ate some beans or rat or something.
It was all that magic wasteland rat.
And y'all decided to go visit the farm, take a breather, reluctantly, but honestly, it's been good for you. I feel like it's almost been therapeutic, aside from Meemaw.
Meemaw's part of the therapy.
But you've got to see the legendary
As
farm.
calming as electroshock therapy.
Negative reinforcement.
Negative, because she's a ghost.
I did that
I'm
on
sorry,
purpose.
you're trying so hard.
You also,
My favorite bitch grandson.
you met Chester's mom, you met Meemaw Williams, you got to see Wit and Opal, which is the name of the...
Yes.
Oh, good job.
Kat and I wrestled with this afterwards.
Yeah. You
Good
got to
job.
hang out with them again. You had a big old country lunch, middle of the day. Got to see the goat with hands for horns.
Oh.
It stole a bolt.
Yep.
It ate it.
It ate my bolt.
We got to hang out on the farm, and it was honestly genuinely a great time. And your mama was so happy to see you, squeeze the dickens out of you, and then
The dick is just squeezed right out
You shut up.
like toothpaste.
Not with Mama around.
Not with Mama around.
No, with Mama around.
Okay, this is OOC. Your mother is fake.
You went.
Your mother is fake. Your mother is fake.
After lunch, she perked up and asked for your help with one of these experiments she had with a concoction she'd cooked up from things she found in the mana waste to help her grow mushrooms better. Mushrooms are a new, cash crop, apparently, for her.
Yeah,
mushrooms.
I wonder why. It's almost like there's a small section of partial drows in the area.
Oh, and a couple farms over.
This is referencing our one-y little funness right now again.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
I have a half drow, half elf.
From Alkenstar. She tried this thing, and it was in a testing zone with the fence, and you're behind a little blast shield. And spritzed it, and it started to grow uncontrollably into this horrifying, almost tree trunk shaped tentacled beast with mushrooms growing out the top and a bunch of viney arms.
It looks like a penis.
Yes, it
It does kind of look
It
penile,
actually
yes.
does.
It looks very
I don't
penile.
think that's intended, but it does.
We'll call it the Dickens plant.
It was squeezed out of Chester.
Yep, this is
No,
what
it
happens.
wasn't.
Oh my god, yes! Your mother is fake!
But with that being said,
Initiative?
I think it's about time to roll for initiative.
As a free action, Chester's collar is going to activate and inject him with Drakenheart mutagen.
Oh my god, girl.
You take 1 piercing
Also
damage.
increasing my perception by 2.
And I'm not going to roll.
After you, then, I see.
After you.
I'm lucky my perception's so large.
God damn, Anna Williams!
Wait, what does Annie roll?
39!
Hot dog, go mama!
Plus 21.
Christ on a stick.
What level is
She's
she?
as strong as the Hound of Tendolos.
All right, so Chester, what was your initiative?
I got a 4 on the die for 21.
Oh,
in front
not
of your
doing so
mama?
well in front of Mama.
Oh my gosh.
First in the order is going to be Annie with a 39 total for initiative.
I don't kick his butt.
I'm going to be real with you.
It's a Tendriculus.
I haven't fully statted her out, but I have some things to do here.
Yeah.
That's what Pavel becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he becomes a creeping pile.
He becomes
I thought he
both.
became a
He does
shambling
both.
mound.
He does both.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
Creeping
ridiculous.
pile.
Remember?
Christ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
God.
that helps.
Yeah.
Why does that help me remember?
I thought that
'Cause
we
he
just fought a
rins.
Tendriculus.
Or, I don't think so.
What you going to do,
No,
Annie
we
Williams?
fought a Tendriculus and she cast Explosion of Rot on it.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
okay,
Explosion
yes.
of
I thought
Rot
you meant
is the
this then.
Druid's fireball.
Yeah.
Annie Williams going to hurt this thing.
Good.
Annie Williams going to pop on a quick bomber a couple alchemist fires. Yes.
Is this thing intelligent?
You would have to roll a knowledge check.
I just want to know so I don't waste time. I won't
No.
kill it.
Free info.
But it's the
roll a
beach
knowledge check.
episode.
Annie Williams is like, wow, hail, and chucks a ball, a alchemical, red glowing alchemical vial at it. Oof.
Chester's already wearing shades and smoking a cigar.
You got that?
Am I going to get to act?
Who said that you could smoke in my house, Chester Williams?
We're outside.
On my farm, Chester Williams.
We're outside.
On my farm.
I don't like being both your grandmother and
Alchemist
your mom.
Question: do you add your intelligence modifier to damage? I forget.
No.
Okay, cool. That's an easy one then.
But then again, I'm also not an alchemist, so they could have a special thing.
This is an NPC, so it technically doesn't matter because
There
they
you
don't
go.
have character levels. So I think that's a total of.
Are you going to win this fight before we can play?
I think that's a 35,
I
which
really
is a
wanted
critical
to hit.
without a
Damn,
natural
dog.
20.
This fight's going to go exactly like how your Drider fight went when I had a level 12 barbarian with your level 5 crew.
Yup.
Yeah.
You're going to crush it before we can even really play.
I shouldn't have after you'd.
Annie Williams is
Almost max damage.
Good heavens.
good.
Rolled 3d8, got 778.
Annie Williams puts the hurting on this thing.
44. Does it look like it all went through?
Yup. In fact, it looks like it really doesn't like fire.
I see.
I'm never going to get to act.
And then regular hit with another one, but she only has so many. That's a bad roll.
2,
8
2,
points
4.
of damage plus
Actually, it's a
Nebula.
really bad roll. You get 3d8 with your bombs. Oh, you using... Oh, wait, it's NPC stuff. It don't matter.
Yeah, yes, but it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yes, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, and I think with that, that's all she can do this turn.
You also add the splash damage to it.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I got it handled.
It's NPC stuff. All right.
Don't worry about it.
Got it. Word.
Remember, I'm not playing a lore-accurate alchemist. I'm playing
I know.
Annie Williams. Okay, but that is all she can do for this turn, which means next in the order is going to be Psycheer. I will
Okay.
give you the option if you want to explode or not. That is up to you.
Let's see if I explode.
Uh-oh.
I explode.
You explode? I was going to say, you didn't have to roll if you didn't want to.
Don't
is
you
what
have to
I
roll
was gonna
twice, though?
I do have to roll it twice, actually.
say. Do you roll twice?
No, I roll
on the
twice on the table.
Yeah. Give me 2d20 rolls.
Ooh. Is it going to
That
be
is
more
incorrect.
plants?
Oh no, not more plants.
That's not a roll. That's gold. 13.
Oh no, it's
and
just
a
13.
13. Well, what do we get?
Tinge of Terror. All creatures within 20 feet are affected by a powerful fright. They attempt
my
a will
God.
save, becoming frightened 1 on a failure, frightened 2 on a critical failure. So everyone give me a will save, including Annie Williams.
Come on, new
That's a good roll. That is
resilience rune.
a 26 will. I see.
What is my spellcasting thing now? 26, I see.
Oh, I just made that then. Wow, my will is
I
very
failed.
bad.
I got 21.
My will
21?
is plus 12. I got a 26.
Okay, so you're good. Annie's very good.
29.
Okay,
So I'm frightened.
frightened 1.
This is like echoes of that episode that we actually aired last, and I'm salty.
But that's going to be basically a -1 to everything for 1 round because it ticks down every round.
Yep.
Okay, but now it's your turn, Psycheer. What do you want to do?
Do I know if this thing is intelligent?
You'd have to spend an action to recall knowledge, nature check.
And knowledge nature was supposed to be a dumb skill.
Yeah, Derek.
I'm sorry, this is outside the scope of the adventure path in the player's guide.
It doesn't matter. We've had to roll so many nature checks.
I see.
Okay, here I go.
I will burn you to the ground.
Natural 3, was that nature check?
Yeah.
I mean, this thing looks wild.
Okay.
Oh, a natural 3 plus 2 for 5.
Oh,
It
it's a me
happens.
roll.
What you want to do, Psycheer?
Is this living?
I mean, it's writhing.
It's not undead.
Is it a creature?
It's a plant.
What are you thinking about?
Painful vibrations.
You should just Kamehameha.
That takes 2 rounds.
So,
Oh, true.
anyway, it's good to go again. I might not be here. I think creature is thing you are fighting.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will cast painful vibrations against it.
Okay, so what do I roll?
Fortitude.
It's right there.
Fortitude,
26.
DC 26. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Regular success. Half damage from it then. I got a pretty good roll there.
Oh, look at all those ones.
1s and 2s.
All right, so that's going to be 19. Halved is 9.
I feel this.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn. 1 action, recall knowledge. 2 actions to painful vibrations. That's that. Next in the order is going to be his turn.
Uh-oh.
He's kind of hurt, not going to lie.
I just came into this world. What's going on?
He is going to shimmy shamble a grand total of 20 feet closer to y'all.
He only moved 20 feet?
I don't know.
Or is that all he needs to move?
That might be all it needs to move.
Are we really out of reach?
Oh, no.
Derek is measuring frantically.
Frantic measurements.
Yeah,
How far
looks
can
like
he
you're 1
reach?
square out of reach. I'm assuming you got a
Annie
15-foot
Williams
reach.
built her little thing correctly because it has to take 2 actions to move.
Oh, that's
Hot
glorious.
dog.
And who do I want to slap? It's going to...
Meemaw.
Meemaw.
Wants to slap Meemaw.
Actually, it's not going to slap. It's going to move up and it's going to try to take a bite. I'm just going to roll a d4 here.
1, 2, 3, 4 going down.
It's Chester!
Farm life. Chester's used to this.
Chester's like, feels like
It
home.
goes to bite Chester here.
That's the first time I've been eaten by a plant. Oh, that hovered on a 20. Boy,
It really did.
26.
miss.
miss.
Chester's AC is 27 because his collar stuck him when he did
You did
initiative.
take 1 point of damage, right? It does 1 point of piercing damage when you do that.
That's kind of kinky.
I did now, but it misses.
It does miss. It bounces off your armor, I guess, as it tries to bite into you. And that's all it can do because I placed it 40-something feet away.
Poor Twindicuous.
Okay.
Pobrecito, Derek.
Chester's turn.
It is Chester's turn.
Chester, don't kill it. I want to try to hit.
Oh, Chester's going to bomb it. Chester's going to devise
No, we're going to get splashed.
No, you're not.
Oh, you changed
Chester's
that.
going to devise a stratagem and do a recall knowledge at the same time.
Nature.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. The nature check is 17 on the die plus 11 is 28.
That's a success. This is in fact a tendriculus.
What?
These strange amalgams of plant and fungus with animal tendencies form where the natural world is corrupted by foul magic.
Is it got any defenses? I'm looking for weaknesses and resistances.
Well, would you know it's immune to acid? It resists piercing and slashing, but only by 5.
Oh.
And it has weakness to fire.
Oh. Wow.
So Annie knows what she's doing.
Yep. Chester will relay the information. Part of it will be relevant for our swashbuckling friend.
I mean, that's all I got is piercing, so.
And then Chester's going to chuck a Lyserium moderate at it.
Oh, fancy schmancy.
Yep. That is a 12 on the die plus 17 for 29.
That'll hit.
Actually, 30.
Jeez, yeah, that'll hit.
So let me pop up there and click on my stratagem. Oh, it's already on, so it was just 29. My bad. And that will be, I believe it is 2d8 plus 2d6 as he spends an action to throw it.
Yeah.
That's going to be 10, 14, 20 persistent damage. And it doesn't do splash damage, so it will only be 20 fire damage. But
Okay.
on its turn, it will take 4 persistent damage.
Oh, does Annie Williams have a reaction to Lyserium? That might not be something she's seen before.
I mean, it looks like an alchemist fire.
Oh, okay.
Just more finely packed in a bottle. Like a smaller bottle.
Oh, it's lighter.
Yes.
So that's 2 actions from you, Chester. What would you like to do for your third action?
Chester.
And what is my persistent damage total?
4. Then Chester will raise his shield.
Okay, raise your shield, and then now it is Eleanor's turn. This thing looks messed the heck up. It's
Quick
been
question.
burned real bad. Yeah?
Can one tumble through a creature of this size?
That is a good question.
I believe so. Yeah.
Just making sure.
As a matter of fact, if you look at other games, the bigger a creature is, the easier it is to tumble through because they're so big.
Yeah, you can do it. You basically move through its space.
I have enough movement, even
But-
if it's difficult terrain.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When you move through its space, you have to go at half speed, basically.
But I have panache, so I have 35 feet right now.
Yeah, so you can get through.
I
if
can
you'd
totally
like.
get through. I'm going to attempt to tumble through.
Okay.
I have panache already.
Oh, yeah, Jacob is right about that with them being big.
Hold on. Having panache grants bonuses to speed, tumble through, and other actions according to style. I have panache. My acrobatics is 18 plus 1 because I have panache. That is a natty 15 for a 34.
34?
Yeah.
That will critically succeed.
Boy,
The only benefit it gives me is I don't have difficult terrain.
a 34 critically succeeds?
Yeah.
I'd like critical on a 16.
Well, this isn't hitting it. This
is just
tumbling through.
tumble through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
this is just a tumble through. Of course, I rolled well on that, which means I'll roll poorly on that, but I will get half damage. I mean, full damage.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey.
so, and now I'm going to attempt a strike with my precise strike finisher.
Okay.
And I rolled a 2. So, like I said, anyway, that adds up to an 18. I doubt it's going to hit, but I
No.
try. But I will do full precision damage. So let me roll that. 3d6.
Okay.
Missing and doing 3d6 is kind of nice. I just have to roll high enough to beat the resistance.
Yeah.
Watch me not beat the resistance.
got a good shot. It doesn't have a lot.
Oh, I did. That is 16 damage.
All right, so
Just too short of max.
decent amount will get through. But it's
And then
still alive. Only
I'm
barely.
going to raise my buckler.
All right, on top of a new round,
And I'm no longer frightened, right?
Annie Williams looks at this thing and smiles. It's like, you doing so good, Chester. You want to finish it off?
No, you can do it, Ma.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. You go
sure?
ahead.
All right. As she chucks
This thing's about to bite me. Please don't let it.
moderate alchemist's fire at it. Not a good roll, but still going to hit. Normal damage.
Oh no! Does Chester take splash damage?
Yep. So does Eleanor.
Is it 2
Am I
or
not
3?
far enough away?
It's 2.
2 splash damage to Chester and Eleanor.
No,
Okay.
it's all if you're around the creature.
And then I roll really low on my moderate here.
Oh,
Oh, not dead after 1.
gasp!
Wow. Too bad I have another attack. Unless Quick Bomber has Flourish, which I'm 99% sure it doesn't.
Nah,
Oh, do I actually miss?
it'll still take the splash damage and take the weakness.
You're right. So she misses a little bit, just like singes it, and it splashes on it, and it just goes up in flames, killing
Ah.
it. The splash damage actually does kill it. Good call.
I miss burning
I
stuff
got
on
to
the farm.
act.
Yep. And honestly, don't worry too much about the damage all y'all took in there because you're going to rest. So
Yeah.
it's not really a big deal.
Mrs. Williams, if you wouldn't mind, could I have that spray bottle?
You can't
Spray
take-
bottle. I mean, it's just a little spray bottle. If you want it, you can. A little
Does
trinket.
it still have some of the stuff in it?
No, it doesn't have any. It used it all up in this thing.
Did you want to do that
Could you
to
make
yours?
more?
Your
I mean,
plants?
I need to work on the formula a little bit more before I iron this out. It's not a real item in the game.
Yes, my spray bottle of Call's Trendiculous.
Yes.
It's like Call's Bear.
Oh my god. But I mean, I can keep. If you want any fun little alchemical things, I have a unique and rare collection of
I just
items
wanted
around here.
a bottle full of that with a mushroom that I could tie to the outside of it, throw it in, cause tendriculus.
That sounds really cool, but the GM just made this up. So
There are items like that.
There-
if you
there
look in
are.
the treasure vault.
basically, if you guys want some rare or uncommon alchemical items from Treasure Vault or other places, you can get them here. But mechanically, Derek just made up Call's Tendriculus because it fit.
It's fun.
And actually, these creatures are things that you would find in the Mana Wastes.
Yeah.
So it's very appropriate. But she looks at Chester and says, what is that little... That was the smallest little alchemist fire I think I ever seen. Did you make that?
No, another guy
Well,
made
you
it.
brewed it, didn't you?
I brewed it, yeah.
Look
I
at you
didn't- I
growing
didn't-
up so much.
Oh.
Rubs your head.
We killed
Thank
the
you.
original creator.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Oh.
He's
He killed our friend.
he's the one I wrote the letter to about. He killed her friend, her fiance. That's not part of the whisper. He'll whisper this.
Yes,
Eleanor
Eleanor's,
curses
like,
under her breath.
Pulling the sword out of the...
So Eleanor can't hear it. It's like, we'll talk about it right now.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was such a sensitive topic.
She's
You
dead.
okay, son? You've been through a lot.
I'm fine, Ma. I'm fine. Hey, on that note, he's gonna pull her off to the side a little bit. Hey, don't go into Alkenstar for a little bit till we finish our business, okay? Just to keep the farm safe. I want them to find out about the things here. They got corrupt shield marshals, and I know you got a bunch of maybe at one point wanted people that come through here sometimes, so we don't want them
Oh,
to...
son, don't worry about me. I can handle myself.
I know you
Hey,
can.
it's the first time I had gangs come after me.
Well, the gangs ain't the issue. It's just I just won't be careful. Like, and also look out for things with tentacles, cause we had to run in with some eldritch doodads, and they aren't nice either. So just like keep her out, just in
You're
case.
saying a bunch of vague things. You're gonna make me tear up my son's all growed up, getting in his own trouble
Oh, did
and
I
fixing
hear
his
about
own
tentacles?
problems.
Don't worry about it.
Eldritch Dude,
I'm just warning her about Yog Sothoth.
That's not his name.
Yog Sothoth.
That's better.
Yog Sothoth.
Yes, let me tell you about Yog Sothoth here. Ma'am.
Wait, you sound like a door-to-door evangelist when you said that. Let me tell you about Yog Sothoth.
Have you heard
Yeah.
the good word of Yog Sothoth?
Have you heard the bad
So-
word of Yog Sothoth?
So, as you know, plainly obvious, Psyche kind of reaches their hands up and shakes about the metal.
Clack, clack, clack.
Yes, clack,
Clang,
clack, clack.
clang.
Much ado, Max Miller. Hardtack, clack, clack. Bry, clack, clack.
Bangs metal together. Bry.
Yes,
Clack, clack.
I am a Bryite.
Right.
And as you probably know, granted that you seem to be a very well-educated lady,
Oh.
there is a theory that Bry has partial investment in the domain of time. At least in some aspects, we've kind of found out that's not the case.
I don't know much about religion. I gotta admit, I'm a bit more practical, down to earth in my
Excuse me?
sciences.
Well, two things can have the same domain, right?
I've never heard of a time, or I've heard of Bry. You know, I go
I've
to
never
town.
heard of time.
I've never heard of this Yogg-Sothoth this stuff.
And we learned about an Eldritch class.
Eldritch class, they teach that now? That's so cool.
Yeah, it's what not to look for.
Eleanor shrugs. They get stabbed well.
But I'm
Anyway.
so happy. I mean, look, I haven't met many other magical type people, but I just,
This group has attracted the attention, vaguely, of something not great.
Space gods.
Of something very similar
I mean,
to a god.
then don't think too much about it. We're out here in the Mana Waste. We attract all sorts of weird attention because of the just warped magical realities around here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's outer alien space gods, and sometimes it's, I don't know, someone from another plane popping in.
Elementals.
We're just kind of a hole ripped in the world for everyone to come through.
Kobolds. Regular
Gnolls.
bandits.
We have encountered
Kobolds.
aliens
I
before.
haven't seen any kobolds out here. Small little dragon people.
Gnolls.
Oh, you just can't, can you,
Can't
Jacob?
win for losing.
I can't. I can't. Rogue machines. This place dangerous.
Spirits.
Tendriculus.
Do you need assistance with the rogue spirit?
Oh, Mima Williams.
Is she a threat
Nah.
to herself or others?
Nah, some people find her a little abrasive, but she's fine. She likes it here on the farm.
She's a threat.
She's a threat. She's a threat to Chester's
Does she
self-esteem.
need counsel?
I don't know, man. She seems to get along pretty nice with me, but I don't know. She likes to pick on some people. I honestly don't know what's got her stuck here, but she seems happy enough, unless some people bug her.
Looking at Jacob.
Just sighs, looking at Chester with a
Wait
smile.
until she finds out that Chester and I are affianced.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna ignore that because that's not that's
You
canon.
stop.
You stop that god!
Chester, you getting married?
No.
It's okay, we broke up.
You couldn't hold down a girlfriend day of your life, or them friend, or he friend.
Anywho, I think it's about time we get back to
You
Alkenstar.
should see who he dated in high school.
I'll kill you again, Mima.
Yes, we have found out that there is actually a ploy for massive amounts of fire damage to be aimed at Alkenstar from either Geb or Nex.
Or within.
Or within.
They might not be trying to sell it. So
Yeah, the Pyronite.
just keep an eye out and try not to make a fuss in Alkenstar. We got this. I did tell them that if I die, send my body to the farm.
You talking weird, son.
But you ain't gotta worry about that none. I'll live forever.
Well, I'm so proud of you growing up and having these adventures. One of these days you're going to have bigger tails than I'll even have.
Only one of us has a tail.
She actually laughs out loud at that because that's funny.
That is funny.
'Cause that's funny.
She puts like one hand on Psyche here, one hand on y'all keep my son safe, all right?
I have lost enough.
Music
I got
stopped when you said
distracted by
that.
the stopped music.
Just
What did you even
screech.
say?
I have lost enough.
Record
The
scratch.
camera pan goes wide.
Just imagine Eleanor does a
Like,
100-yard
eyes bug.
stare.
Everybody thought
Annie Williams is trying to be comforting and nice to y'all, and y'all are being the most like, we're gonna die. We're on a
I
suicide
said we're
mission.
not gonna die. I said if I die, I'm being practical.
I mean, he did lose Al.
Anywho,
the
Anywho,
banjo music stopped.
banjo music stops.
Oh my god.
well,
Well, thank y'all for helping with this. I you know I do this stuff a lot, but it was nice seeing you not get swallowed whole by one of these things for once.
I know, right? I'm much better
Has
than
he
I
been
once
swallowed
was.
whole by a tendriculus before?
Don't
you
worry
should have
about
seen
it.
the first time.
It was such a mess.
I asked to help one time and I got swallowed. It wasn't fun.
He stayed
How old
for a
were
week.
you?
I was like a teenager.
Is that why Chester hates Psycheer's plants so much?
No, because they exploded, messed with him in the first fight.
Yeah.
Because you roll a 20 to get away from plants.
I think that's a Jacob thing.
That could be both.
Jacob and Chester blur the lines when it comes to
Blur the
plants.
I see.
I've fought many plants.
Could I have one of his baby pictures?
No. You don't need that. I don't know what kind of
Mima?
magic you're gonna. She can't touch things. Ha!
She can't give me permission, though. Mima!
Oh,
It ain't worth
I don't
having
know.
one of those.
I don't know if I have any spare printouts from the pictures.
No, wait. I saw that wink.
Slow wink.
What magic are you gonna do, Zach? Here?
I'm making a scrapbook.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Eleanor's
then.
just like, look at his tiny little tooth, little fang.
It's good to know that his butt has stayed exactly that pale from day one.
Why would you have seen? I don't want to know why you would have seen his butt.
It's baby picture.
No,
No,
be like
before that.
now.
I mean skin.
Whenever you got attacked by Lyserius, he burned off his pants.
There you go. There you go.
Not
We've been
took us-
traveling together for a while.
We need to. What happened to getting back to town, Psych? Here, we need to.
What happened to getting back to town? What happened to a big war?
Now we got a war to avoid.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm gonna tuck this into my bra.
It's just like baby Chester. You know how like in the cartoons they have like 2 teeth? It's just one, but it's a fang.
Yeah,
Does he have like an oversized pacifier like they do in the cartoons?
Yeah.
a pacifier that's just all fucked up.
Yeah, really messed up.
It's a
looking
mana waste pacifier.
Yeah.
mana
No,
waste
more so
pac-
his fang.
Oh yeah, he likes to chew on
And
it.
he's just like,
That was really great radio, Derek.
great visual
Great
joke.
visual joke.
oh, sorry, I just made a dumb, goofy grin. Also, you find under this that she's tucked away like a 15-year-old Chester school picture.
Oh yes,
He
He's
probably-
got acne.
Oh no.
acne Chester. Braces.
My mom loves me. My mom loves me. My mom loves me. Me
That
mom
one-
might be something else. My mom loves me.
That one's from me, Mom.
What's from me, Ma?
Mima likes me better.
Ma, love you.
She gives you a huge squeeze and hug and
Big
picks
ol'
you
hug.
up this time.
Kiss on the cheek. He'll walk over, put the ghost touch like sheet back over Mima, give her a hug, kiss her on the cheek. Love you, Mima. Don't pass away too soon.
Oh, I've already done it once.
Oh my god.
Already done it once.
Not too keen on repeating, huh?
And everyone on your walk back to the airship.
Wait, can we all get hugs?
Of course, she hugs both of you
Eldor
too.
wants a hug. She just won't ask for one.
Hugs Psych here a little awkwardly. I don't know if y'all want to hug Mima.
I will hug Mima.
I'll pass on Mima.
It's weird hugging Mima.
It's okay. You got a ghost touch sheet. It'll work. That's why it's there. Good money was spent on that sheet. Use it.
And she hugs Eleanor.
Eleanor awkwardly uses the sheet because you told her she must.
Gotta hug me, Mom.
There, it's all right.
But Mima's nice to the people who aren't Chester.
Just don't do it without the sheet, or her hand will go through you and you'll take damage. It doesn't happen to me, but that's okay.
You will actually take damage if you don't have
we
the
will
sheet.
have a very interesting interaction.
But yeah, y'all get hugs and y'all get sent off. And all the like airship crew people cannot stop talking about how good the food was.
Oh, yeah.
On the farm.
Oh, yeah.
They seem to love this. They're like, we need to come back here.
Listen, my ma don't say no to visitors, so you
Is
come
this
by
going
whenever you want to.
become a normal stop for
It's
you,
gonna be a
Farah?
stop for them.
I don't know if it'll be a stop because it's just outside of town, but I might have to come here for personal business.
Sometimes people gotta get out of town because too busy. Come on to the farm. She'll always welcome you.
That's good to know. We all get back on the airship and y'all head back on into Alkenstar City.
Woo!
You fly over the city again. You land in Pilot Square. Let me show you guys the map. There we go. Good old map of Alkenstar. But you fly in over the Estradi River. You go to Skyside and land in Pilot Square. There's all the airships with their horses parked. And there are people hawking, their ships, like trying to get passengers and cargo. There's the tavern where you play darts.
Eleanor's great at darts.
Miss Farah,
Yeah.
I happen to be going to a body shop to get a little bit of buffing done after this. Would you like to come with me?
Of course. Do they work on like horseless dirigibles as well as
It's
clockwork people?
It's mostly just finishing. I happen to have a ceramic coating that prevents scratches and wear and tear. Very important whenever you're out in the sand. Something that might benefit. It kind of looks like the rear
Everything's just
axle.
scratched to hell on the ship. You could benefit a little bit, right?
You just gestured to all of me.
Yes.
She'll go with you down to the Clockwork Ripper dock.
Yeah.
She actually shops around for their automatons. It's like, I don't think I want to hire another porter again, but if we could get this guy to man the bar, that might be better. I get a feeling that he won't betray me as much as someone like Lucky will.
That
use Sweet
model
Pup.
over there has actually serviced with my guy before. He stopped getting quite as much business, so deactivated him, save on costs. But very reliable, that one.
Yeah, she probably actually gets a clockwork handler for the ship just to do tasks. You know, the machine's replacing the workers every day.
I imagine that the sale goes through and Pharaoh leaves a little bit early while Psyche's still up on the rack. Just fist bumps their body shop guy.
Yeah.
I do expect a cut, you know. Little finder's fee.
Guess it's about time we head to the bar, huh?
I'm gonna be shiny as fuck.
Kosawana
Incandescent.
Kosawana also gets off the airship, though. This is cutting back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, guess I gotta... he's Scottish, right?
He is Scottish, yes.
Sorry, it's been a hot minute.
I just edited like two or three episodes with him, so I've been like pretty intimately acquainted with his voice nowadays.
I guess I gotta go back to the shop, eh?
I mean, you could always hang out with us. We've got a place if you would rather be safe.
Nah, I think I gotta clean up and get Sweep Up
Secret place.
wound up again.
That is my disciple.
The secret place, though.
Are you sure you guys aren't affianced? Because you bicker like you are.
They really do.
The secret place. It's our hideout.
That is my disciple.
Our hideout.
Just because you are faithless does not mean I am not.
Barely know him.
Can you not sense the devotion?
What's the name of the bar owner again?
Phoebe Dunsmith?
Phoebe might not like it if we bring more people in. It's her place.
Eleanor
We
just stands
need to
back.
keep-
I feel out of place when you're arguing like that.
We need to keep everybody
Keep your-
who knows the Pyronite recipe away.
Keep your relational
can't let
differences
him
away
go
from
back.
us.
She did ask you to go find Kosawana.
Oh, did she ask to bring him in?
Not necessarily, but she did ask you to
All
find
right,
him.
that's a fair point.
Of course.
Yeah. Good.
Arguing now?
We're glad we agree now.
Yeah,
Because you're right.
me too.
Good.
I'm glad that you knew I'm right.
Good.
Eleanor, I like to whisper too.
Whisper too.
What are we arguing about? Nothing. We agree now.
We agree now. Go team.
Go team. Yeah.
Does high five. Here, reach.
High-fiving across the table.
That
High
was great.
five.
Let's go to the bar.
I'm the only one here equipped with Wi-Fi.
Oh my god.
Ah, good reception.
Ah, crap, I can't heal. The Wi-Fi's disconnected.
I can do this wired, but I'm gonna need everybody to give me some space. And maybe not look at me like this.
Stairs.
So you go back to the Barrel and Bullet. It's been a hot minute since you've been back here.
It's been a week.
Trying to think.
Before we go walking through the city, I would like to give Kasawana my hat.
Hat of disguise.
Oh,
That's a good call, honestly.
yeah. They got people looking for him,
Let's-
probably.
Let's be.
That's smart.
I'm gonna bundle up my stuff, like my cloak over everything. Just gonna have my ears and like my eyes, maybe my tail sticking out from under the cloak. I'm gonna see if he'll also be a catfolk, so we can just be like a close familial relation.
Chester will also be a catfolk.
Okay.
Eleanor has trauma related to being catfolk, so she's not sure about that.
Dog folk.
What?
Remember she turned into a cat?
It only, lasted
yeah.
it only lasted for 6 seconds. Chester fixed that.
That and a werecat is not a catfolk.
Oh, I did not mean to
I
offend.
mean, cat is cat. At that point in time, cat was cat.
Shut up!
Mama would have left that.
Oh my god, guys.
Blurring the lines. Anywho.
Anyway,
Yes,
So
let's
you head
just
back
take
to the
him
Barrel and
back.
Bullet. You, for sake of narrative brevity, this episode is starting to run long again. Every time we touch the farm,
Yeah.
things go long. You basically what happens is you get back to the Barrel and Bullet. I think it's like afternoon on a Tuesday, if my calendar tracking has been right. It's not a lot of people there, and it looks like Dunsmith like recognizes you, and you like make eyes at Kosawana in his disguise, and she like takes him away to the back room and like basically debriefs him.
Nycure will be attending that.
Sam, the group's going to go back there and talk to her.
What do you say to her?
We tell her what happened.
And then we say it.
I'm just like, that's a lot that happened.
It's a lot.
So I think we just tell her what happened. There's nothing that we need to hide. right?
We play the tape.
Pound of Tengelos. Quartz.
Williams.
37 different ever-burning torches.
Airship.
The farm!
Tendriculus.
Mama!
I know a body shop guy. Wait, that's too far.
And then Muglin died. Oh, wait. We're not there yet.
Everybody look into the corner. Everybody get a corner. We've messed with the time stream. We need to get into a corner.
Jacob got afraid. Starts looking at the corners.
I have a club.
Yeah.
Phoebe like looks at you like, wow, that's a lot that y'all guys been through there. I swear, every time y'all come back in this goddamn bar, y'all tell me a more confusing story than the last one. How's this happen?
Well, you see, Yog-Sothoth.
Eldritch Horrors, Beyond the Stars.
That seems to come up
I'm
a lot
God.
in this one.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, but cool.
That's cool.
You want to worship me?
Nah.
I don't go to church.
You should. You really should, Phoebe.
I'm uncomfortable discussing this. I'm going to call HR.
She's basically a spy, so she's a bigger fan of Norgaber.
You're not wrong. Not that she is a Norgaber, right? But you're not wrong. No, but she says, well, thank you for bringing Kosawana. Kosawana, I know you've been through a hell of a lot. If you need to stay here for a couple days, if you're trying to lay low and keep out of Muglin's sights, you're totally welcome to do that. If you don't mind, I'd like to meet with you guys more privately. Looks at Kosawana. He said, thank you for getting me out of there. I'm going to...
Rest, my
I'm gonna
disciple.
rest.
You should go talk to Gattleby. He also likes to blow stuff up.
You should compare notes.
Here. That would be...
Wait. That's right. He knows about Gattleby. I mean, he's going to find out anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet him. This is not going to go well for him. Gattleby's a mean.
Nope.
No, it's not.
So-
Poor Kosawana.
But he's going to go leave. Honestly, he's got to be... You all have to be tired, but you're kind of adventurers, so you're John.
Yep.
We did just have more or less a day of rest, minus one little
Yeah.
12-second
Little bitty
fight.
combat.
But Kosawana's not just tired from the fights and everything.
He had a straight up existential crisis.
He really did. He needs to go find a therapist. And also...
Once we get debriefed,
Yeah.
Nycure is going to go report to their little inn at the temple,
I see.
making careful certain that people know about the danger of the 13th Ordinal.
But Dunsmith, once Kosawana leaves, looks at you guys and said, so the thing is, I haven't seen hide nor hair of Muglin since he hit Kosawana's workshop.
Oh, that ain't good.
Dead quiet. She paces back and forth in this room that you guys keep ending up back in. Says, based on the intel you collected at Kosawana's workshop, I managed to dig up dirt on our old friend Muglin while you were out rescuing Kosawana.
Ah, good.
And I'll be blunt, the situation has gone down to shitter. She sits down, steeples her hands, and starts looking over them. Turns out, Muglin and the Gilded Gunners figured out enough of Kosawana's Pyronite formula to actually make a working prototype. And they're looking to test it out at the vault of an establishment owned by one of Muglin's business rivals. It's a speakeasy in Skyside called the
Speakeasy.
Steaming Kingdom. That's ground zero. That's where they're going to try and test it out. Needless
Do we need
to say,
warn somebody?
exactly. We don't want them to succeed, and you don't want them to succeed. And here's why. Muglin is counting on the payday from this hit on the Steaming Kingdom. to settle some of his debts with the Gilded Gunners. It seems he's run up quite a tab with what he's been doing with that gang. The Gunners' boss is a deadly assassin named Sabora Sharkosa, and you guys knew this.
We know.
Yep, we know that name.
Yeah.
And she's holding up Muglin as collateral till he pays off what he owes her. If the Gunners can't get into the vault at the Steaming Kingdom, they don't get paid. And Muglin stays in the Gilded Gunners' hideout. As long as he's in there, we know where he is. Which means y'all can finally get your sweet revenge. She stands up and starts like pacing back and forth. And says, now I pulled a few strings for you. I got your names on the Steaming Kingdom's guest list, and you can thank me later. And anyway, I suggest...
I'll thank you right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you would know, I think, without a check, that getting on the list for something like this in Skyside is like getting into the Longhorn Lounge. It's not easy.
Well, it wasn't that difficult for the Longhorn Lounge.
The level
We are
8
exemplary people.
I didn't get into the Longhorn Lounge.
I suggest you'll get over there and meet with the owner, Vivel Ramsley. And she's not going to shut down her establishment for a single night. So you're going to have to figure out some way to get on her good side so you can save her club from becoming the next Ironside Quarter. And once you've foiled the Gilded Gunners' attack here, you want to tail them back to their hideout, pry the directions from them some way or the other. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is you find out exactly where their secret lair is, find Muglin, get your revenge, stop that goddamn secret from Pyronite from getting out into the world. You understand?
We sure do. That sounds like a plan.
And this is going to happen soon. My guess is going to be the next day or so. So as soon as you guys are rested and ready to go, you should get over to that establishment and try to convince Ramsley to, if she can't shut it down, just let you in there or something, because Muglin's going to hit it, and I am super certain of it.
Well, not Muglin, because Muglin's trapped in their hideouts.
Yeah, well, his plan is to use the new Pyronite
To hit the vault. Because we have to follow
Muglin by proxy.
by proxy.
I get to wear my fancy outfit again.
Oh, yeah!
Why don't you guys
Eleanor
make me...
looks excited. Fancy outfit.
Let's go shopping.
Why don't you make me some underworld lore or society checks
Oh.
about
Clap, clap, clap. Shopping!
the Steaming Kingdom?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I have Alkenstar lore. Would that work?
I'll take that as well.
Underworld lore, you say?
Yes.
Or society?
Either or.
Oh, my society is 4 better. That's got to be it.
I got a 17.
Could I do Bry lore?
16 plus 18 is 34?
34, and what was yours, Eleanor?
17.
So, Eleanor, I think you've heard of the Steaming Kingdom. You know it's some sort of like, kind of, it's a speakeasy bar, but you don't know exactly where it is or what its deal is or why it's called that. Chester with a 34, you said?
Uh-huh.
You know that this place is like mostly underground in Skyside, and is built off of some like hot springs that they found excavating. These like, they were basically building something out of the basements under Skyside, and they found hot springs and turned it into basically a speakeasy bar plus bathhouse.
You know what this reminds me of?
Oh my god, here's another anime trope coming in.
This reminds me of the bathhouse from that Borderlands DLC, the Western one.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of, except this one's underground mostly. I don't remember if that one was.
No, it wasn't. But it's the same general, you know. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you would also know that Dunsmith getting you, the only people who get in there are like, it's members only. And like with you having underworld lore but making this success, even with society, I'll say, you know that like a lot of shady dealings happen in there. So like it's not like Ramsley is running necessarily a clean thing. She's just a rival formerly of Muglin. The fact that Muglin is targeting Ramsley means that he's petty about some sort of past something.
A competitor of Muglin.
Right.
Oh, interesting. I like bathhouses.
Oh no.
I
Enemy
rough.
tropes.
Guys, don't wear your fancy clothes. Wear swimming trunks.
Eleanor pats her hair, but the waves, they frizz.
Yeah, they're gonna.
You would also know that, I think Eleanor would also know this much. With a place like this, there's a no weapons policy.
Oh.
You can wear armor there, but you think it'll make you look obvious. But
no weapons?
You could, so it's no weapons, but if you try to sneak something in, you either have to make a check or you have to go with something like a dagger that's already going to be light.
I have a dagger.
Or we talk to Ramsley and let us use weapons.
It's an ornamental rapier.
You just need to
For
disguise it as
show
a hat
purposes
pin.
only.
It's a support rapier. You need it for emotional support.
It's my
rapier.
emotional support rapier.
These are my emotional support bombs.
Chester's going to have a hard time
Yeah.
getting stuff in.
You gotta let me take the whip in. It's my kink.
I see.
Honestly, I'd give you a bonus to make that lie with your collar that you're wearing.
That's armor, so that's not even a weapon. They wouldn't care about that.
No, your collar is a magic item, not armor.
I mean, it's something you wear. It's not assault. Oh, this is gonna be one. This is the first time we've had to handle something like this.
Yep.
I'm going to go talk to my people at the temple.
No weapon location. Huh.
I do not like it.
For mechanics' sake, just before we move on here, if you have weapons with the concealable trait, which is, or one-handed firearms in a concealed holster, which is an actual item you can get, you can sneak that in without having to make a check. If you bring in a weapon of light bulk, you need to make a stealth check to conceal an object.
How many weapons of light bulk can you take?
I mean,
Great question.
is a hatchet light?
I have many weapons of light
I
bulk.
think I'll say one.
A dagger?
It's not very helpful.
I don't think, if you want to conceal a bomb, yes. If you want to conceal 5 bombs, bruh.
I mean, like maybe 15 bombs, 16 bombs.
Can I wear
have
my
an
rapier
idea.
and my
if
pants?
If we're going the kink route, just make them beads.
This hella beads, bruh.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to hide a dagger in my pants so I can fight.
Is that a dagger in your pants, or are you oddly
not
sharp?
like that. Why?
Your rapier you can't hide because it's bulk 1. It's not
You
light.
have made a very interesting
about a
decision in
dagger?
attire.
A dagger is a light bulk. I think even a dagger is something small enough to where you wouldn't have to make a check.
I could literally hide it in a ruffled fold.
Yeah, I wouldn't think I'd make you make a check for a dagger because it's one of the things they call out in here. Like a dagger and a pistol would be easy enough to get through.
Okay, that's perfect. A pistol and dagger is all I need, except I will miss my beautiful rapier.
Whatever will you do, Psych here?
Oh no, whatever will psych it. This is why they don't want magic people in this adventure, because of this right here. They know it'd be overpowered. We gotta think of a way to get magic out of here. Ah, yes, the mana wastes.
They wrote the whole thing in Alkenstar for this one part of the book.
That's right.
That's so dumb.
Well, I'm going to miss my armor and stuff, but I'm
you
going to
can-
assume that they're going to have my hands. They're going to let me keep my hands,
Your hands are fine.
my ring.
I just need to chop off my hands and turn them into weapons.
Stuff bombs down your
Yes.
I wonder if you could hide things in the mechanics of Psyche's legs.
Can I hide my rapier in your legs?
It does have pockets.
How many bombs can I fit in your gear, Psych here? Takes one step, 5 bombs go off.
I have never had such dirty talk aimed at me.
You're on fire, you're on acid, you're on electricity, you're on mind stuff all at the same time.
I don't think I like this arrangement.
I feel like I'm getting the bad side of the deal here.
I think that I can hide them so long as you carry me.
Deal.
Why are you carrying this catfolk? This is my kink.
This is my emotional support catfolk.
I have his leash.
I don't like this. Trying to find concealed weapons or weapons with the concealed trait.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it a little bit more deeply, I think, with the alchemical stuff. But I think the gist of it is you can't take a lot in there. So keep that in mind. Unless you can somehow convince the owner there through one means or another that you're there to help and let you stash your gear.
I mean,
that would be nice.
Not impossible if we can convince her we're there to help.
We should at least try that.
Yeah.
But okay, Psyche, you said you wanted to go back to the Temple of Bry. A quick interlude.
Yeah. Would it be possible for me to tiptoe my way up to the Clockwork Mother?
The High Clock Mother?
Yeah.
The clock mommy?
Probably not.
Excuse me, Mother. I have a statement.
It's not like you can just walk up to the president.
I think I could.
I don't think you could. Who was the person? I forget. It's been a while. Who was your contact, your friend inside here?
I don't fucking remember.
You know what? I take notes sometimes.
We made a Google Doc about this. It's on your iPad.
Did they know a lot of people at the temple? Yes. So it looks like I have notes here. Looks like there is librarian guy. There's Gabriel, a gnoll. Clergy-man. These notes are golden. I'm sorry.
Clergy-man. Did we write out hyphen?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it is just a dash.
Aww.
Sorry. I've misunderstood. There's Miranda, who's an inventor, who you have designated part of the flock, and also believes that the flesh is weak. So who did you want to meet up here?
See if I can hit up Miranda.
Okay. I mean, anyone from here, if you want to meet them, you can probably catch them there. So if this person is in your backstory, do you have like an ancestry kind of or look for them?
I have nothing, Derek.
All right, then we'll call Miranda a human woman.
A half automaton. The flesh is weak after all.
I think she has a clockwork arm.
Yeah.
And like messy, dirty blondish hair and like grease stains on the face kind of deal.
Isn't that the person who put your new hands on?
No,
a
that's
lot of
the
people who worship
Clockwork
Bry are
Ripper.
probably covered in
Yeah,
grease.
that's my Ripper Doc.
That's Clockwork Ripper Doc.
Oh, okay.
You meet her probably, like, let's say, coming out of the temple towards the end of the day, out on Tuesday, like going home.
Then there's just a voice from a dark alley. Miranda. Miranda.
Who dat?
You know who I am.
Oh, it's Sakir. Hello, Sakir.
Hi.
Wow, I haven't seen you in a while. I know you got kicked out. Are you all right?
I am enlightened.
Oh, you seem ecstatic. What's up?
I met the Temple of the 13th Ordinal.
Whoa, what? So you've been out to, where is
The
that?
Crystal Quartz.
That's heretical.
I have
They
bathed-
expunged that like a number of years ago. I read about that in one of the archives.
I have bathed in the light of 1,000 facets.
How was the? I've never been. The Cradle of Quartz was somewhere that was on like my bucket list back before they expunged it. I never. What was there?
It was beautiful. It was boggling. And it was tainted.
Tainted. Is that why they
Yes.
expunged it?
Yes. The 13th Ordinal, a worshipper of Yog-Sothoth.
Whoa. That's like roll a knowledge
Whoa,
check.
what's that?
I've never heard that name.
You will. Don't look at me like that.
Jacob just looked at Drow.
Are you doing a heresy?
No.
Heretic!
It has been cleansed. It has been reinstated. We could visit again.
Oh, that's awesome. So you went there as part of all this.
Yes.
Are you trying to get back into the temple? I'm not sure the details around why you were kicked out, but I know someone was pulling strings on it.
There has been a revelation. I have been chosen
Chosen? What for?
for improvement upon itself and upon itself, Miranda. The next golden gear in the lineage of Bry ticks away just before you.
Make some sort of check here.
Diplomacy?
Some sort of check here.
Sounds like a diplomacy to me. Or intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or deception, depending on how you
Would I
view it.
have hero points right now?
Yes, actually, we forgot to say this, but you reset to 1 hero point last episode.
Okay.
So you should have it. We should have 1 hero point.
I would like to use that hero point.
What'd you roll?
A 6.
All right,
So
go
it's
ahead.
a 20, but
You roll again then.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
29.
spicy.
29.
Well, that's a good meatball.
I think that's a success. And I think Miranda speaks normally, but understands the crypticness of Psyche and like takes off, goggles.
You're just saying they speak psyche here?
Yeah,
Okay.
religious weirdness. Wow, so you think you're ascending, right? It's like you're gonna, that your view of Bri, that like your understanding of her, like we're going off the wrong track here. We're gonna stagnate unless we dig deeper into this other aspect.
We need to find the soul of the machine within ourselves. We have lost sight. And I've come to realize that we as mortals, we with such limited time, will not be able to fully ascend. That is why I am going to focus on time for us, for all Bri worshippers. I'm going to make us something great.
I think you have earned yourself another follower of the Church of Psyche.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, you're growing.
Bri, if you will.
Keep your eyes and ears agile. There will be those who talk like me, who will promise time, who will promise advancement, but they will lead you astray.
Oh my goodness.
You can only trust me.
What did you just post here, Jacob?
my notes on the
They
situation.
talk culty stuff to her about how they will focus on time.
Talk culty to me.
Oh my God, that's an episode title.
Talk culty to me.
I think you've earned yourself another follower. If this were Blades in the Dark, I would have a clock.
Oh, this would be so good for Blades in the Dark.
And you'd have like another pie piece on the clock.
This would be so good for Blades in the Dark.
It actually would. This is like straight up forming your own religion. This is like exactly what you would do. This has happened in one of the Blades in the Dark things I've listened to.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I have other business to attend to.
Deuces.
It has been wonderful to see you.
Zawarda. Peace.
And should you run into the clock mother by some happenstance, let her know that the courts has been cleared.
I will. That's actually really important, although I feel like we've tried to hide that. Like, knowing that the Cradle of Courts is safe to revisit, like, that was a holy site for us, so...
There is much wrong with the church at present, hiding our failures, hiding things that we aren't proud of. Every single mistake, every single grinding gear, every single flying spring, even if it does set back the progress, it is another step. We have become so lost in our perfection that we have lost our ability to become perfect.
You're right. We need to not bury this stuff. We need to look further into it.
And soon we'll have all the time in the world that we need.
And she buys it.
I know. I think
Yes?
you're going for the whole making a new god thing. But hearing it from this perspective, it also really does sound like you could be influenced by something else. Like, no, we shouldn't hide the things that are bad. We should look into them more.
Yeah, we're starting to unravel some of the insanity that is Psyche, and I love it.
I like it being ambiguous, though.
Oh, it is. That's
It's
the thing.
glorious.
It is ambiguous. It's the undertone seems menacing, but ultimately, it was only bad because it was Yog-Sothoth. What if there is something greater there that wasn't Yog-Sothoth? What if he was feeding off that time stuff, but it wasn't bad originally?
Yeah, the
It's
thing
stuff like
about
that.
Yog-Sothoth and time, it's just like, even if you're pursuing like magical or whatever studies around time, if you go too far,
It's dangerous.
it's dangerous because that's like his domain.
Yeah.
So you can run afoul of it.
And one more thing before I leave. Remove right angles from your place of sleep.
I see. I understand. I don't know if I understand why, but I understand the task. I'll try to do it. Is there something dangerous about that?
To speak of it more would be to welcome it. Goodbye.
All right. Later, Psyche.
Just like
All this
Just
serious stuff. Goodbye.
cryptic religious words. Time to leave. Later.
Peace.
Later.
Zah.
Deuces.
All right, so Psyche, you went and saw your friend at the temple. Chester, Eleanor, do either of you have anything you want to do before you group up and head over to the Steaming Kingdom?
I do.
Okay. What do you wanna do?
Eleanor takes a deep breath and sneaks a letter to her father's place.
No, Eleanor's gonna die.
I know. Trust me, it brings me great terror to do this. But talking about our headspace and all made me realize I can't be afraid to build up her story and background because of death.
That's fair. Chester somehow got away with writing a letter and didn't die.
Yet.
TM.
Yet.
It wasn't very many episodes until Al passed.
I will say, just to point out, a lot of beings have the time domain. So we've piled a lot of it onto Yog-Sothoth, but like many deities do have that.
Yeah, but his is more, I don't know. He's like that creepy shadow hanging over all the time stuff.
Yeah. I get that. He's like the negative part of it.
Yeah.
But like there are like even Pharasma is time.
But do you want to get into this letter in this episode? Or do you want to save that for another one?
I have no preference. I've posted it in the Discord for you.
Why don't we save that one we can set up a scene in another episode coming up, and we'll see what happens whenever he reads it. But you want to just drop it off discreetly.
Yes, she's discreetly dropping it off. Besides, he kind of told her not to come home until she's done with this nonsense. So she doesn't want him to see her.
Okay. Well, you go do that. And then, Chester, was there anything you wanted to do?
This whole thing has me nervous because I have no way of concealing anything.
I mean, all I can do is a D4 dagger, so I feel that.
Well, I mean, there's a sword cane that you'd probably be pretty proficient with. That's a 1d6.
I need to go look this up.
Like, I looked up weapons with the concealable trait, but there's not many. And the best one is I think one of the sword canes. It has finesse, so you might be able to use that. But boy, this could be interesting if we don't get permission.
I have something that might help you out, Jacob.
Oh.
If you have some gold, I have an item that might help you out.
Okay.
Oh, I'm totally gonna get a sword cane, Jacob.
Oh. Hold up. How much is this? Oh, I've looked at this item before. That, I don't think there's anything Chester can really do because his whole thing is research and scoping out. Well, could he ask to meet Eleanor and Psykir there at a certain time?
Yeah.
Psykir was just going to head.
Well, I mean, because I imagine you went off to do your thing, and while you're doing that, and Eleanor is writing and sneaking this letter, Chester is going to go scope out the areas around the Steaming Kingdom.
Okay.
For good places to scope out the Steaming Kingdom, which might be where Muglin's people are, or the Gilded Gunners are.
I see.
I know it's complicated and it's a long shot, but it's what Chester would do. Go into a situation as prepared as you possibly can be. So he is going to basically scope out the Steaming Kingdom, looking out for other people who are giving it too much attention that aren't going in.
So you start scoping out this area, and like, I think it doesn't give me specifics. I don't think where this is in Skyside, but it does give me details around it. And the way I kind of imagine it is it's closer to like one of the terrain here is very rough. Mm-hmm. And so it's on some part of maybe the kind of Hellside, opposite of Hellside, where Hellside has all those rickety things. This side on Skyside has like a wall of rock down to the Ustrati River, but there is like some carved out like pathways. It's not rickety like Hellside. On the upside, where there's like these huge buildings, they're really nice. There's like a market, a local market there, and then there's these like riverside kind of channels carved out where people can like. There's like basements, there's little dwelling places. But like the part of Skyside that you're in isn't like the capital district or really uppity, if I'm remembering right. Like it's definitely nicer than the working class areas of Smokeside, or definitely the rundown Ironside corridor where you first started this adventure. But it is like a little sleazy, right?
Yeah.
And so
it's rich people sleazy.
It's like the entrance to it is just like a reinforced door cut into the side of the cliff on this road that runs by the river. So like the whole place is underground.
Yeah.
There's no real way to like scope this place out.
Well, that's interesting. In that case, this item, would I have to purchase it before we go in, or would we be able to go in and then leave?
You know that Muglin's going to hit it sometime in the next, like, day.
Okay.
So you could probably go in, and if you can't, like, if you're unable to argue to get your stuff kept in there,
Then go purchase
you
it.
could go buy it.
Okay,
And
cool.
I'm going to purchase a sword cane if I don't get to bring my stuff.
That would be kind of sick. Not gonna lie. I know it's not gonna have your runes and everything, but a
No.
sword cane is kind of sick.
That'd be really
It just
cool for the
screams
pin-up.
Eleanor's aesthetic, doesn't it?
It really does.
There's an exquisite one, which I imagine just looks even cooler, but that's like 90 gold, and that would be all the gold I have left. So I might just get the cheap sword cane.
Oof. This item might be good for Chester regardless of if you do this. Do you want to talk about it real quick?
Yeah, Derek's item
Please,
called
it's killing my curiosity.
Sleeves of Storage. It's
Oh, I found that today.
a loose robe with wide, voluminous sleeves that each contain extra dimensional space. Each sleeve is basically a bag of holding that can hold up to 5 bulk, though the items cannot be more than 1 bulk each. So
Which would match your bombs, right?
my bombs are light, I believe, and then the Lyserium, if I got desperate, has no weight, so I could just fill up on Lyserium, infinite bombs. But yes, it could actually be a very.
You might want to get that anyway because you're having encumbrance problems as Chester to begin
I would
with.
you're
Jacob, this is what you need to buy. It's so perfect.
right. Fair point.
Fair play.
I will say, we'd have to talk about how bombs work with it, because it says you can add or remove an item from a sleeve with a single hand free as an interact action.
Yeah.
But then again, it's also an interact action just to draw the bomb, and then one to throw it. My thing is draw and throw as one action. You'd have to see if you'd allow me to do that.
Your quick bomber?
Yeah. I think it would essentially work the same way, because whether it's in the sleeve or on a pouch, it's like I'm still drawing it. And it's the same number of actions.
Well, Chester
I'd allow it because it's still you interact to draw a bomb.
Yeah.
And basically it negates the interact. It's just instead of it being and honestly it makes sense, instead of it being the quick bomber says your bombs are easy to reach pouch, which you can draw without thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So like instead of it being an easy to reach pouch, it's literally
Easy to reach sleeve.
Will Chester get that anime ninja-esque, pulls knives out of their sleeves and chucks them style?
I will say, this is Outlaws of Alkenstar, so it doesn't have to be a cool, loose robe. It can just be like, like a little loose-fitting dress shirt or
This
something.
is my flannel shirt of Holden.
Oh my god.
Spills
I was going to say, your poet shirt?
It's an Esterian shirt from Baldur's Gate 3 with ruffles. He just
Great.
pulls it from a ruffle.
Hey, ruffles are Eleanor's thing. But she helps you pick out your new ruffled shirt.
Yeah, actually, it's a fair point. I might want this anyway.
Do you guys want to go shopping before you go to the Steaming Kingdom?
Shopping?
Let's go shopping!
I'm getting a sword cane just in case.
I don't think I need anything.
I only would end up buying this and maybe some formula, which I'd just handle later on.
Formula? I didn't know you had
It
a
might not-
child.
It might not hurt for me to have a sword cane where I can conceal my weapon just in case. I buy one.
You're
Are you
going to
pregnant, Chester?
buy a sword cane?
Oh, yeah.
Just
I
for
want
the fun?
the exquisite one so bad, but I don't want to spend all of my gold.
I will need to dip into the party pool to buy this.
Do it. I've done it.
Unless... where is it? I thought I had bought something earlier that made it easier for me to carry stuff.
The real question is, can you have this thing and also upgrade it with your rune if you're going to wear it?
It's not armor. It's a magical item.
Sleeves.
But in an explorer's outfit, it's not armor either.
Yes, it is. It's basically armor.
Oh,
It's
I see.
It's armor that's not armor.
I see.
It's armor that's not armor.
Yeah.
It's a place to put your runes that isn't an armored
Yeah,
thing.
The vest.
basically. Yeah.
Chester would look so cute with a vest and big long sleeves.
This is probably the most dapper he's
he
ever
is
looked.
Astarian. He's steampunk Astarian
Oh my god.
with a dorky grin and a hat.
I'm awesome.
Yeah. Yes, darling.
Yes, darling. I thought I had like a belt of lifting, but I guess I never bought one. I just upped my strength. So yes, I will have to dip into the party pool, but only by a little bit.
I am buying the sword.
Okay. Nice.
All right. So you can go in and kind of be sort of ready
It
if you want to stay
would
there.
match the pinup aesthetic.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Okay. Ruffles and a little cane? You're just upset because you think that would be adorable.
It would though. And I don't like thinking it's adorable.
Adorable. I got a bag of holding ish.
Ish.
We cannot put Chester's arm inside the bag of holding, or we will cause a miniature black hole, which will kill Chester.
We cannot do that.
Chester, can you get something from the bag for me? Well, I need to go to the farm really quick.
I need to go apologize to Mama Williams.
And probably get an inheritance from Meemaw Williams.
And Meemaw starts cackling.
Meemaw just cackles.
I always knew I'd outlive that little punk.
Because you would materialize on the porch next to Meemaw.
We don't need to talk about this, Meemaw.
And you'd have to share the rocking chair.
Meemaw. Get to the farm. Chester's already there. Zach here.
Chester starts being mean.
Chester?
You knew what I was wearing.
All right, enough of this silliness.
Oh, please. As if.
So you guys have kind of found the place. There's not much to stake out outside of it. You can go shopping and get your fancy robes, get your fancy sword cane, and get ready to go in.
I don't know how it works, but I want it. Oh, wait. Chester's basically wears it's a trench coat.
It's a trench coat.
It's like a Western trench coat.
I
You have
see.
a fedora
Do you have a
too.
duster?
Yeah. He's got the same hat he's always got.
But are you going to go into the Steaming Kingdom? You at the door?
We're here, right? Everybody here?
End of the day that you got into Alkenstar, like
Sure.
later in the day.
Yeah.
All right, so let's call it like 6:30ish. After you've all wrapped up your business, gone a little shopping. I will say, Dunsmith has told you that she is asked and got you a meeting with the owner, proprietor of the Steaming Kingdom, if you want it.
Yes, please.
That'd be great.
Delightful.
Chester
When is that?
is going to hand each of you a potion and say, here, drink this. It'll give you dark vision for 24 hours, just in case something goes weird.
Oh, nice.
I think, yeah, I'll just drink it right then and there.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
24 hours.
May
Why
as
not?
well. But you get out to the entrance of the door, and so you see this big reinforced. It's a wooden door, but it's got like big iron or steel reinforcements on it, maybe bronze, because Alkenstar. There's 2 eye slits. One is at like roughly normal height, 5-ish plus feet.
One is small height.
One is at like 3 feet.
Fun fact, bombs are 0.1 pounds.
Yeah.
You can hold 100 bombs in this.
I think this was just an item you needed.
We should cast fly on you and have you do like
Like airplanes.
Well,
barnstorming.
before you burn down Skyside,
I think that should be our go-to plan.
what do you
Yes. I will knock on the door.
do? You knock on the door.
Yes.
The bottom eye slit opens.
Up here.
It closes. The top eye slit opens as he looks at you quizzically. Name?
Psychera Statis. I'm here for a meeting specifically.
Flip, flip, flip.
We give them the name
They-
that What's-Her-Face gave us to tell them.
It's your names.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Flip, flip,
Didn't know if
flip,
that'd be,
flip, flip.
a
Oh, yeah.
secret.
Come on in. And
Asuvu?
no.
We did get to rest since that Trindiculous fight, right?
Yes.
Good,
you
good,
can,
good, good.
You can
Well, I'm
rest, take
gonna-
off your conditions, and heal up.
Rest.
Good. I'm going to get rid of my ghost charges. I don't think I'm.
Why don't I take you guys to the map?
Ooh,
Awesome.
Oh no, a map.
You get let in, so you see that this is the Steaming Kingdom, and it lives up to its name. The area in here is not dim light, but it is dimly lit. It is full of thick, sweet-smelling steam that accumulates like thunderheads near the ceiling. You look up in the ceiling, it's about 10 feet, but there's these like pipes going everywhere. It's not like it's letting out steam into this room, but it's kind of accumulated up there. There's a performer on a stage in here. You guys should be able to see around here in the room pretty well. It's like a fancy little, establishment.
Stepping under me.
There's
I've
little
been moving
shelves.
my character up and down on top of Drouse.
Jesus. There's little shelves with knickknacks. It's like ever been into a maybe not a nice restaurant, but one where the lights are turned down a little bit. It's really
Oh, so this is like melting pot.
It's just very vibing, but it's not sectioned off like something like a melting pot. It's a little bit more open. There's one big communal table over on the western side of it.
So the lights are turned down, but not in a eat in the dark way, but like a good vibes way.
Yeah.
I want to rest my hand on this table where there are 2 identical tokens.
Yeah.
Be like, hi. How's your night going?
And you guys have now entered the Steaming Kingdom, and that's where we're going to pick up in our next episode.
We just got to the good part.
I know. Mm-hmm. We'll see what lies within.
Spent too long
next
on the
time. You really did.
You did this to us, Derek.
You did this on purpose.
The people want the farm, Jacob.
I know they do. Who wouldn't want the farm?
It's time to take a bath next week.
In violence.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. We are also on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon Podcast. If you'd like to support the show, check out our Ko-fi page. You can find us at ko-fi.com/thirdgallon. That's KO-FI/Third Gallon. Our theme music for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.